Okay. Good morning, everybody. We have 4 minutes before the webinar starts. I'd like to thank everyone for coming, and we're just waiting for more people to rock up. I would like to everyone say hello to Mitch Carson. How you going, man?
Hello.
So Mitch is doing our presentation. We're just kind of hanging around for the next 3 minutes.
Is that a pun, Pete? A hangout? We're hanging around?
Absolutely. Well, it is now.
Okay. All right. You're the first person that said that. There you go.
Okay, I've got to copyright that now.
Okay. Make sure it's solid in America. We have different copyright laws.
Oh, we've got a trademark PhD
Okay.
in Hangout Millionaire. I have
Okay.
to contact her. So, for anyone watching this, can you is the chat box working on the page you're on? Can you guys say hello in the chat to me? Because I'm not seeing any text going past in the chat. I'm going to say hi in the chat box. Oh, there you go. I've got a question from Norman. Is this a better product than Hangout Daredevil? Well, what you will find out through the presentation, Norman, is it's a completely different product, and they actually complement each other. So we've got one person talking in the chat.
Okay.
G'day, and Dave, yeah. G'day, Dave. Thanks for that, mate. Norman says yes, it works. Thank you very much. Oh, there's Jason Hodge. How you going, man? Where's my camera? G'day, dude. Hey, Mark. So, yep. 2 more minutes and we go live, guys. And also remember that there's like a 40 to 60 minute delay, not minute, second even.
Yes.
So people in the chat, when I ask a question, I won't see the answer to that question in the chat for 40 to 60 seconds.
Well, and the other thing is, if people aren't familiar with Hangouts, I want to mention this, Peter, before we begin. It looks a little bit like when we're going to play some videos to show some of the elements of the program, it looks a little bit like Kung Fu Theater, where the mouth is moving and the sound doesn't match exactly. So there's slightly a dubbing issue.
No, I think that's only for when Americans talk or when Aussies talk, it works fine. It's in sync 100%.
Ha 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 ha.
Hey, Sophie, how you going? Hopefully we have some questions later on throughout the webinar. Just before you... Oh, g'day, Rosemary. Good to see you. Hi from Brisbane. Okay, well, there's one very cool thing here. I'll describe it at the end. Just the technology we're using to broadcast videos in Hangouts. We're going to be the first people on the planet to broadcast video content to Hangouts with perfectly clear audio.
Yes, that's what's amazing. That's what's amazing.
I'll talk about that towards the end of the webinar. G'day, Robert Worth. Thanks for being here, buddy. Well, okay, Mitch. I think we can start now.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay. Thanks for everyone for turning up this morning. It's 10 a.m. here, Saturday morning, on the beautiful sunny Gold Coast in Queensland, Australia. God, did I say Australia like an American? hanging around you too often, Mitch. And we are very lucky to have my good buddy Mitch Carson, who's presenting this webinar to everyone. What we've done is turn the webinar that we normally use for Hangout Millionaire into a compacted version for all you guys. And what we've done is a really, really special deal for you guys where you will find out what it is, but it's specifically targeted to my members with my different programs. And because you guys have hung with me for a long time, I'm going to return the return. What am I saying, Mitch? I'm returning the
You,
favor.
you can, yeah, you're reciprocating. You're giving
I'm
back because they've supported you.
exactly with a really really special offer. So I hope you hang in there to see it, and obviously you can get the replay if not. Okay, so
Okay.
right over on to Mitch.
Okay. Well, guys, thank you for being here, and it's great to work with a lot of Peter's former or early clients, I should say, and the existing
Actually, sorry,
ones.
Mitch. Sorry, Mitch. I'll just interrupt and say for people who can see this and can't see the chat, on the bottom right-hand side of the screen, there's a little red tag. Click on that and enter your name and email address, and that will allow you to get into the chat. And I'll see your text as the webinar progresses. Sorry about that. Continue on, Mitch.
Okay. Well, I just want to start with you've all heard about the power of video marketing, and that's what we've got. We've got a pretty mature group, I would say novice and advanced, and there are some beginners that may be with us, but it's a really good thing to do. I mean, that's what's been proven, hasn't it? And one of the things I'm going to say is before we even begin, I'm going to ask are you ready for your life to change? Because several of the testimonials, I would say 3 out of the 4 that we're going to show you that have used the strategies and techniques of Peter have had, I mean, they're life changing. And that's what I want you to prep for. So open your mind, get ready to see things that will change your life because 3 of the 4 people, one guy was already rich and he is richer. And 3 of the people were not making money and are making significant increases in their income today to where it has changed their life. So be open to that because it will happen. Okay, first thing is, what's our agenda and profit? And our promise is 4 profitable case studies. As I mentioned, we're going to show you those in living color via video that Peter has figured out how to do that with Hangouts, which we are unique in being able to present that today. And you're going to discover how to find the profits in your niche with money keywords. And that's something that even the most novice and sometimes experts, purported SEO experts or online experts, aren't getting the best juice out of keywords. And we're going to show you some techniques that we're going to go into in greater detail and in our training programs when you decide to join us. And many of you will join us. 5 unique ways to differentiate Hangout Millionaire in the marketplace with Web 2.0 properties. So those of you that are VCP, existing clients, past clients, or we're thinking about VCP, Video Curation Pro, you're going to learn about the major upgrade and what Web 2.0 properties will do for your marketing, both for your websites and for your videos. And how to get your URL ranked, your URLs, your websites ranked and to stick. Where in the past with VCP, Video Curation Pro, it was mostly emphasized getting videos ranked, which then would help push some juice. But what this does now is like it's kindergarten all the way through a PhD program in SEO and ranking your videos. And also, here's the other, one more. You're going to experience our easy-to-use interface. And the one thing I want to add is what it'll do here is how to get your first page Google rankings, how to get first page rankings on YouTube. Can you say profits? And 3 of the 4 people are making money where they weren't until Peter got involved. 3 ways to profit without using a camera, which some of you already know about, but there's some additional features that are involved with Hangout Millionaire that you may not have seen before. And you're going to rank faster than a speeding bullet. Now, one of the things we want to start with is what is called an ethical bribe. And we want you to stay on the call in its entirety, the webinar, the Hangout in its entirety, because we've shortened this presentation just catering to the VCP and past clients of Peter, existing clients, his members, his family people, and we want to give you a gift. And here's a book that we co-authored called Clients Forever. And that's the beauty of Peter's group. He's had people that have been with him for 6 years or more, and they're case studies of that and are still eager to stay involved because of how he works himself. Now, as you know, Peter's a family man. Those are his 2 beautiful daughters that are with him in the Gold Coast of Australia. And I'm going to tell a little bit about him because it's a little easier for me to talk about him than it is for him to talk about himself. As you know, he's a humble man. And he's been working full-time online for 15 years. He's the CEO of Brute Force SEO, which most of you may already know. If you didn't, that's the name of the company. And was consistently a top 5 affiliate in Friend Finder Inc., which sold just shy of $1 billion with a B. And he's generated over 8 figures online through software sales and software sales that are here still today working for many of its members. And he's owned many software development companies, and he's known, and this is how he is branded, and in my eyes, he's the king of automated software solutions. And he's been a respected SEO professional in the community. Now, I marked the word professional for over 7 years. And his main SEO membership is still going strong after 6 years. And recently, I think it was about a month or 6 weeks ago, he showed me a testimonial of a gal who wrote on the Facebook fan page, 6 years running, I'm still making money with your techniques, Peter. Thank you. How often do we get clients thanking us 6 years later? Now, this is what impressed me so much. Before he and I decided to work together back in September, I ran a background check on Peter. I wanted to make sure that I was working with somebody because I'm always mindful of my reputation, wanted to see what his revealed. Squeaky clean. Can you say squeaky clean? Raise your hand and say squeaky clean. That is Peter. That's what I liked about him. So who am I? And I'm going to give you a brief rundown. I'm a published author with John Wiley & Sons, which is the largest business book publisher in the U.S., and I'm a former syndicated radio show host in Los Angeles. I've spoken on direct marketing in 11 countries, and I'm responsible for 9 figures via infomercials on TV, and I've been published in a few magazines. And here's proof, because I like to live in the world of proof. There I am holding a mic being interviewed by CNBC, and that's a picture of me with one of my clients in Los Angeles, my radio show, CBS Radio in Los Angeles. So let's talk about you and what it takes. What's the value of owning the #1 ranking in your market? Ponder that question for a minute. For those of you that are maybe second, third year SEOs, or your third tier SEO in your category, let's say your rankings are 2, 3, 4, 5, what would it be like to dominate, literally dominate every position on the front page of Google? We are going to show you that. So I want you to open your mind and think about that. Can you see how the software will shorten your success? You've seen that with VCP, and we're going to see more of that in multiple ways. It ranks Facebook fan pages, social properties on the front page in conjunction with your URLs and your Hangouts. And Hangouts are much stronger than YouTube videos today. It's the latest version. Now, let's talk about my first case study that we're going to reveal. Peter and I have a shared friend named Alex Mendozian. We're going to be attending his event in about 6 weeks in San Diego, California. Alex has been online for many, many years, an infomercial background, and he produces a magazine called Billionaire Mentor, and he's known as the king of automation Hangouts, automating Hangouts out there, where he's teaching people how to use Hangouts, create membership sites, and he charged Peter and I with a challenge. How can you help me to where I am the dominant person on the front page of Google, Yahoo, Bing, and YouTube? And we took it on. So Peter said, okay, mate, no problem. Here's what happened. This was, I want to show, if you can all see my mouse, give Peter a thumbs up in the chat box. Down here, the very first ranking here, this is going back about, let's see, 120 of 14 of 2014. So January 20th of 2014, Alex got this ranked. And it's under Hangout Challenge with the keyword phrase, how to monetize Google Hangouts. That's a money keyword phrase. You're going to want to log that in your memory or write it down if you've got a pen handy. Number 2 is by this guy named Scott Snowcroft, and that was in July. Then we have, look at this, 2 hours. We took one of Alex's videos that he gave us that he hadn't uploaded yet. Peter took it and got it ranked, and it's in the 3rd position of Google. Now show this. This is red. It's highlighted with the web of about 76,000 searches have that keyword phrase in their website. So look what happened here. He is ranked position number 3. Impressive? Yes or yes. Now, how to profit from Google Hangouts, which is a second keyword phrase he gave us. Look what happened here. We've got 2,220,000 results. Positions 1 and 2 are controlled in 3 hours here, 4 hours here, by none other than the man Peter Drew, the king of automation software. He has two different thumbnails here, similar to what you would show in Video Curation Pro, but what's the small difference, Peter, between VCP and Hangout Millionaire in terms of ranking? How fast do we rank versus VCP?
That's the main point. Hangout broadcasting our videos, using our software to broadcast video content, firstly allows you to not have to be in front of a webcam. That's the beauty of using Hangout Millionaire and leveraging Google's Hangout platform. You don't have to sit in front of a webcam. You can source image content. The software will turn that into a video. And sorry, I saw the chat and it ruined my chain of thought.
Yep.
Or you can load existing videos and broadcast them as Hangouts, and this is the sort of results you get. They index incredibly fast, particularly using the strategies we include in the documentation and video tutorials in our training, and you can expect exactly the same results as this.
That's awesome. Now, this was clear and valuable proof. If you believe this and if you want to see more, just give Peter a thumbs up in the chat box so I can show you more proof. So what were the steps in order to rank? And I can't emphasize this enough, selecting the right keywords. Selecting the right keywords. This is where the pros make the money and the people that don't make any money. So you got to make sure, and we in the program that you're all going to be shown in a little bit, it's all about the keywords, and we go and train you in depth about this particular topic because it's so important. Setting up Web 2.0 properties. For those of you that are new with us, you're going to see how important this is to create digital footprints all over the place to spread your viral message, your videos all over. And these are Hangouts, and it's very, very strong. We're going to reveal that to you. And then you run the program. So it's all about you set it and forget it. Repeat that. Set it and forget it. You set up the program correctly. You already selected the right keywords, which we're going to train you with. You set up these Web 2.0 properties, create the recipes that we're going to reveal to you, and then you set it up once. And what's the next word? You forget it because you run Hangout Millionaire, and it does all the work for you. Hence, the king of automation designed it that way. So we use the right keywords, set up Web 2.0 properties. Here's an example of the social media landscape. All of these sites are going to be populated with your Hangouts. Different than a YouTube video, it's your Hangouts that go here, which has stronger. This is the latest Google property. It's Prince. It's royalty. It's their family royal blood that they are helping. And remember, Google is 100% profit motivated, and it pays special attention to legitimate properties, and that's what social properties look like out here in the Web 2.0 arena. Now, onlywire.com is one of the properties that we embrace and support and recommend for our members because it has, how many properties, Peter? 60 plus?
Yep, 60 plus Web 2.0 properties we utilize.
That's outstanding. And what we do with that, and here's just a screenshot of a few where your Hangouts will be posted to. They'll be posted here, so you've got legitimate links that start from this. And what were the exact steps? Now let's take a look at the private island. Talk about this a little bit. Now, this goes back to 2008, and I want you guys to look at a few things. This is the keyword phrase, buy private island, so clearly someone is looking to buy a private island. These are rich people. And what do they have? We've got 89 million search results with that key phrase. Talk about that for a sec, Pete.
Well, that was fun. One of my best buddies had the private island north towards about halfway up Queensland, and he had it for 5 years and decided to let it go and move back to his farm in Queensland. And so he told me about it after he listed it, and he was listed for $20 million. So I had a look at the listing, and these guys produced a really beautiful video. And so I said, hey, dude, let me handle this for you. I can grab that video and I can get your island promoted all over the internet using video. And so that's exactly what I did. I downloaded that video, I changed it a little bit and put it up on I think I uploaded about 10 times, and we learned a lot through that process. I threw a lot of links at it. Now that's totally automated in what we do with Hangout Millionaire. It's so much easier now. But we got awesome rankings, and I just, at the beginning of this year, I phoned Scott Wagner, who is the agent who I was promoting to sell that island, and in the first 6 months, he generated 200 leads from those videos. So
That's
that
amazing.
was
And that was a
phenomenal.
manual process, wasn't it?
Yes, absolutely.
So now what Hangout Millionaire does is take all of those steps that you did in a manual process, time-consuming process, headache. I mean, you made good money and helped your friend with this, but you have now taken that and systematized it to where everybody does this. They set it, forget it, and it does all that hard work. How long did it take you? I mean, what was the pain involved in setting this up manually?
Well, it took me a couple of days to get all that done.
Okay, so we're going to show you a faster solution and something that works while you're sleeping.
Yep.
So let's take another shot here. This is going back to 2008, another reveal for this is another keyword phrase, private island for sale, Australia. So we showed this down here at the bottom of another piece, and this is still holding strong. We just did this screenshot, right?
Yep.
And you utilize these techniques. Okay, now let's talk about the headache of creating a video. People look at this, A, they might be camera shy, or B, they just think, oh, it's too much work. I don't know how to do this. The lighting isn't correct. And you took that into account and you created in a relationship using the fresh content that comes to us every freaking minute on Instagram. Now, why did you choose Instagram, Pete? And tell us a little bit about what happens inside the program. We're going to go in a little more depth when we show the video demonstrating the insides of Hangout Millionaire, but what did Instagram do to make things easy?
Well, before we even talk about Instagram, I remember seeing Hangouts being really popular, people releasing programs for Hangouts, and obviously it is a very, very powerful platform. It's owned by Google. Google's giving preference to Hangouts, but the main problem is who's got time to sit in front of a bloody webcam to produce hours and hours of content, and then waste all that time to produce one video. So I came up with an idea, and I got my head developer. We sat down, had a meeting, and I said to him, "Can I give you this video, and can you broadcast that as a Hangout in Google Hangouts?" And he looked at me. He said, "10 minutes." He came back in 1 hour, and it was working. We found some drivers, and he produced it on his computer. He was broadcasting a video from his hard drive as a Hangout in real time, like we're doing now, but it was a video from his hard drive as compared to a webcam. So boom, I knew we were in business. So from that point, then we needed to provide people content to create videos or give them options. And right now we've got 3 options. We've got people can enter a keyword into the software. It goes out to Instagram. Like the classic example is Rolex. If you had a Rolex affiliate program, you enter the keyword Rolex in the software, choose how many images you want to create a slideshow video out from, say 5 to 20, whatever. In the software you put the start range and end range, say 5 to 10, and then the software will randomly choose a number between 5 and 10 every time it produces a video, and it uses the content selected from Instagram, and it will just pull down tons and tons of Rolex images, convert that into a video, have your custom slides at the front and end, and broadcast that as a Hangout.
And we have the ability to change the thumbnails?
Absolutely.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
Secondly, or you can load images that you've prepared from your hard drive to turn into a slideshow. Or thirdly, if you have an awesome video like I did for the private island, you load that video up and the software will add your custom slides at the front and at the back of that video and change the duration of those slides every time it produces another video. You can produce up to 15 at one time. Each of those videos will be unique. The titles are different, the descriptions are different, the video length and size is different. So there's 3 different variations
So there's
of
adaptability, and they have the power of choice. All have the same effect.
absolutely. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, can I ask the guys and gals on the call, just give Peter a thumbs up. Can you see how this software will shorten your success? I mean, the beauty of this is the first thought was for the camera shy, but in reality, I'm not camera shy. I use the Instagram technique because it saves money and time. Because it's extra. It costs money to hire an editor to do all of this and to shoot and to go back and do. This takes time out of the equation. It shortens the amount of time and has the same effect. Yes? I mean, does that sound good if you can save time and make money? I think so.
And the other point is, instead of going live on a Hangout, if you've got a 20-minute presentation, I would record that professionally, and then save that to your hard drive, obviously. So you've got one awesome 10 or 20-minute presentation. Then you can use Hangout Millionaire, and you can upload that one video literally hundreds and hundreds of times. So why would you waste your time doing that in front of doing it live when you can do it? Create your perfect video, edit it perfectly, and when you're happy with it, then replicate it hundreds of times. And each different video that you create is targeting a different keyword phrase in the search engines.
That's what's incredible, and we're going to go into more detail of that. I mean, in the trainings, which all of you are going to want to join in. I mean, I just have to ask, who wants in before we even show what's available based on some of these at this point? But I'm going to show you more. Let's go. Hangout Millionaire is the third step. So you set up the keywords, you set up the recipes. This is all the setup, the first two parts. Set up the keywords correctly, set up the recipes of the Web 2.0 properties, run Hangout Millionaire. Oh, and the one other thing that you have that others don't is the private video network, and that has expanded since the commencement of VCP, you've told me. We've added other video networks for the Hangout Millionaire members, which is way beyond what the VCP members got. And that's where we have had a huge distinction. So there's more and more depth of link wheeling behind the product. So let's look at the prints. This is our little robot right here. You see with the green eyes, he's a handsome devil, and he's all electronic, and he does all the work for you. Now, why is he in a blue little baby carriage here? He is the latest prince of King Google and Queen YouTube. She birthed them. King YouTube is so proud of his son, he's going to take over. One day, the kingdom will be handed over to him, and they treat royalty better than they treat their subjects. They do have stepchildren named YouTube, named Facebook and Twitter, but the king always looks after his prince, and we look at Hangout as the prince. That's why he ranks so well. And the big question that people come into when they look at SEO and how to get their sites ranked, well, Pete, Mitch, I'm a local business. That's not a problem. We're going to also show you how it works with global and local. You thought about both those elements and how you bring in longitude and latitude of your business, and we get it ranked on a local basis. I mean, we don't have time today to go into all the detail, but just let me share. We're going to show the proof. Local is no problem. Global is no problem. You can do both with Hangout Millionaire. So let's talk about our first case study. This came because I implemented the techniques that I learned from Peter for a private client that's out of Melbourne, Australia. His name is Darren Stevens, and we're going to play his video in short order and show what he did with what we did with his rankings, and I followed, and it was a long process. I did all this manually with a staff of 8, and it took me a week of working around the clock, 8 Filipinos banging away, doing all this that now is done in an automated fashion through Hangout Millionaire. And Pete, let's go ahead and play now what happened with Darren, please.
Hi, my name's Darren Stevens. I'm the best-selling author of the book Millionaires and Billionaires Secrets Revealed. And I just want to tell you about a gentleman that I contracted to do some work for me, which his name was Mitch Carson. Now, Mitch promised me that he could get me on the page 1 rankings of YouTube and Google in a really short period of time. And I went, okay, I really doubt that, but I gave it a go. And he blew me away, because literally in just 1 week, he not only got me on the front page and #1 position on YouTube, I was actually #1 also then on Google worldwide in a really competitive phrase, which was how to write a bestseller, because I teach a program called howtowritebestseller.com. And anyway, he blew me away. He got the results in a week, and because of that, I had people ring up. That had seen the ad on Google, or seen the rankings on Google. It wasn't an ad, and they rang up and booked into my program, and they invested over $23,500 in my program just because of seeing me ranked #1 on Google. And that was all due to Mitch Carson. And, you know, it's just blown me away. They flew all the way over from Singapore simply from seeing what had happened. So if you're looking for somebody that can really get you ranked really highly on YouTube or Google, or who's just a master at marketing, I can't recommend highly enough Mitch Carson.
So that was pretty nice to have that. Now, and he was an exceptional case. He sells a high-end product. His client was looking to publish a book. He was ranked #1. So she called him. She called the office, signed up, flew in from Singapore, plunked down $23,500. That's why I earned the testimonial, and that was all because of the power of Hangout Millionaire's techniques. What I did on a manual basis can be done all now on automatic. So let's talk about the competition. This is another case study we have for a lady named Ruth Sherman, who's a Fortune 100 speech coach for executives who want to get on TV and are basically geeks that need to be shown how to talk. And how to look great on camera was the keyword phrase. Now, if you were to look at how to look great on camera today, please don't do that while we're on this call, but afterward you can confirm all of this. How to look great on camera. She ranks positions 1 and 2. What you see here over my mouse are positions 8 and 9 on the first page of Google. In the right-hand column, this is what Hangout Millionaire does. It'll then pick some of the other phrases that go with it, and so you have 2 stacked in your description, in your title. How to look great on camera and Ultimate Consulting Coach. For Ultimate Consulting Coach, she dominates positions 1 and half of page 2. So this works extremely well. I mean, Peter, you took this challenge on, and it worked really well. She's still ranking today from the work that we did several months ago. This was in March that we took this on, and she later has even improved. And that's what's advantageous about this program. You set it and forget it, and because of the power of the Web 2.0 properties in your private video network, they continue to rise in the rankings from the work you do once. You care to comment about that? I mean, isn't that a unique feature that you set up, and it's really safe?
Are you talking to me? Sorry, I was chatting to people in the chat.
No problem. No, I was just saying, you know, the power of the program. People continue to rise in the rankings. In the case of Ruth Sherman, you did all of this work.
Yes.
You know, with the program. I mean, you set it up. We followed the program. You set her up with, you know, Web 2.0 properties, you accessing your private video network, and this shows her videos were ranking. We also were able to cause, because of your techniques with Hangout Millionaire, her rankings of her URL also rose. And this was a one-time. You set this up once. If we continued to pound this, running the program over and over again, she would have, you know, we would have hundreds of videos ranking out there on the net. So that's
absolutely. Yeah, that took me 20 minutes. I grabbed her video.
Stop bragging. That's too much bragging. 20 minutes, Peter?
Yeah, it took me 20 minutes to do that, and I could pull that profile up now and restart it in 2 minutes, and it would just go out and make another 15 videos, and that's how simple it is. That's why I love making automated software, and this. Look, I've been making automated software for a long time, as everyone here knows. We've got people on this Hangout who have been with me for 6 years or even 8 years. And every software product we create gets a little bit easier to use. My whole focus has been on making software that's simple to use. That sure, there's a bit of a learning curve, but like I can just start that software, pull up her profile, click start, and pump out 10, 15 videos with about 2 minutes of my time.
That's great. So, I mean, I just have to ask people, we've got a lot more to show you, but would you like to learn this loophole? And, I mean, this technique that has worked over and over again. So let's talk about the next man. Now, Darren was the man that was already extremely successful. He's a seven-figure earner, and we just added more money to his bottom line. He's an extremely successful guy. Now, the next three people we're going to show, and we're going to play Zach's video in a moment, he was not making much money. He was in the leads business, living in Chiang Mai, Thailand, and was just sort of squeaking by. I mean, at times he thought he's got to pitch this and go back to becoming a dive master. That's what he was. He's a certified instructor and would work on private yachts and help people with their diving skills. And he got into this whole internet game and thought he'd give it a go and was, squeaking by but not making any money. Today, he is banking and really hitting it hard because he's running 3 different computers, running this program and selling leads. Let's play him, Pete, if we can, please.
Hey, Zach Jacobs here. I just wanted to talk about Hangout Millionaire. We were lucky enough to be able to beta test it, and in the first 30 days, we were able to add a solid 5 figures to our bottom line. The best part about this is it will continue to be residual income because we're using it for offline clients. It's been great at ranking in the number 1, number 2, and number 3 positions in Google and for our offline clients. We have clients paying us a considerable sum for every lead we produce for them. And this has been a great product. So thanks a lot, Peter Drew. Thanks a lot for the updates and letting us beta test for you. We appreciate it, and this is a great product. I highly recommend you look at it and buy it today.
So what do you think about that? Now, Zach was making, when we interviewed him for this, about $30,000 to $40,000 a month in that range, selling leads in Australia to business professionals. He wouldn't tell the category, and I respect that. That's his gravy train right now. But he is running 3 computers with the software 24/7, ensuring that he is owning the market and he is profiting big time. So you got to think that that's working. And can you imagine the impact this would have on your bottom line in your business if you were following the steps that Peter lays out, that Zach followed to the letter and had? So let's go to the next person. Let's go to the next slide. So what about local? People are asking about the local market. Let's show an example from a newbie. Now, this is a gal named Angela Langlot. She was formerly... Yep.
Mitch?
Yep.
Oh, there you go. We just lost your screen, but it's back. No, let's continue on.
Okay, so Angela is a gal out of Dallas, Texas, who was an attorney and wanted to get out of being an attorney and do something different. She's brand new to the IM space, like 6 months. She was not making any money. She contacted Peter, begged essentially to become a beta tester, and has had amazing results. So let's show what happened. Do you want to play hers, Peter? Because she was in the Dallas market. Let me go back to her. So we're going to go through what happened for her, but let's go ahead and play her, Pete.
Hi, Angela Langlotz here. I wanted to offer my thoughts on Peter Drew's Hangout Millionaire software. I had the opportunity to beta test this software for a 3-month period, and I thought that the software was absolutely amazing. It allowed me to rank on the first page of Google and YouTube videos that were associated with very, very competitive keywords. These were keywords that had more than 4 million Google search results. In some cases, I was actually able to rank these videos in less than an hour. I was absolutely blown away by what it could do. I can also tell you that Hangout Millionaire comes with good documentation and good support. Peter and his crew are really great about offering support if you can't use the documentation to figure out what you need to do. So if you want to rank your videos on the first page of Google and YouTube, I highly recommend Peter's Hangout Millionaire software. It will help you rank your videos.
Okay, so that's amazing.
Here, I wanted to offer my.
Okay, so now that's okay. So let's take a look at the results page, and I want you to jump in, Pete, after I go and give my 2 cents. In these yellow spots, which I'm using my mouse to showcase, those are the videos that you and Angela did together. You see uploaded by Fencing Estimate, and Christina Hodgson. Which one is you? Which one is Angela?
I'm just looking at the screen. I'm Christina Hodgkinson.
Okay, so the pupil being Angela outranked the master using the same video. This was a test. She followed your techniques, and because maybe she used a local IP, she was able to exceed you in the rankings. And that's something we'll talk about in the training. You're going to learn all about how to use IPs effectively. And she was able to rank position 1 organically. Now, why is it important to look at the organics? Because she paid nothing for this. And positions 1, 2, 3, the paid searches here, these are money phrases of 5.8 million searches. People are paying money because it shows here at the top. And in the right-hand column, those are ads. People are paying money. That means this is a valuable keyword phrase that she's ranking for. Dallas fence new installs. People are using that key phrase, and this is what came up, and she's ranking for it. And look, now what I want to showcase is also the time. It only took 2 to 3 hours to get ranked here. And that's what blew her away, and she gave that testimonial because you deserved it. Let's talk about Ellen Trokovich here. Now, this is your squash client, and I'm going to let you talk about her before we play her video.
Okay, excuse me. Okay, well, I met Ellen. I play competitive squash 2 nights per week, and she rocked up to our squash club and joined and was put in one of my teams early at the beginning of the year. And we said hi, and she works in a legal office, but she's also got a website. So I told her, I've been working online for 19 years, or what have you. So we hit it off, and she said she told me about the fashion label she's building and the website, and she said, I'm going to Odesk, like she was really smart. I'm going to Odesk to get my SEO done. And I said, well, okay, I think we better have a talk. And it was just around the time as we're developing Hangout Millionaire, and I said to her, listen, I think we can work together. I need a case study for this new product I'm developing, and you've got a site that needs SEO. And so we got together. I got her to email me 3 articles, the keywords she thought she needed to rank for, because she's not an expert, she doesn't really know, and some video content. She put some video content together, and we got started. So the keywords that she gave me, plus the ones that I found that were better, her site wasn't found in the top 1,000 in any search engine. Her website did not exist on the internet. And so we started working, and she was getting instant results from the videos being indexed faster, indexed straight away. But at the same time, her website is slowly moving up the ranks. And to cut a long story short, we had massive success with
let's play her video.
Website.
Let's let the Band-Aid dress gal give her opinion.
Perfect.
My name's Ellen Trokovic, and I'm the owner and manager of houseoftroy.com.au. My website specialises in selling bandage dresses to women aged 18 to 25. I had my business up and running for about 1 year before I realised I really needed to get my website ranking higher in Google because it was completely unranked. I had heard of odesk.com and was about to start paying someone overseas to do my SEO for me when coincidentally I joined my local squash club and met Peter Drew, owner and creator of HangoutMillionaire.com. After a few weeks of playing squash with Peter, I mentioned to him that I run my own online website and that I was looking for someone to do my SEO. He then mentioned that he had just created a new software called Hangout Millionaire and that he needed a website to trial it on. I then agreed to this, and after just a few weeks after the trial, my website had gone from being completely unranked to page 7 of Google, which was amazing. It's now been about 2 months since the start of the trial, and my website is now ranked page 1 for all of my keywords, which has been unbelievable. My sales have gone from, on average, about 5 a week to now 15 a week, and I have HangoutMillionaire.com to thank for it. My name's Ellen.
Well, that's awesome. And Peter, I'm going to show her proof next so they can see the actual screenshots. So this is awesome. So we've got positions 1, 2, 3, 4 on all of her URLs are, I mean, her URL is ranked positions 1 through 4. She's now ranked for images, position 1. She's also, I want you to notice here at the bottom, her YouTube video that we ran, you ran for her, is also ranked. I want to show additional proof, but one thing at the end of this, I want you to bring up the caveat of what happened in her life, how she changed her profession, and just hold that thought. I just want to make sure you didn't forget it, because that was new news that you found out just yesterday.
Absolutely.
Go ahead, talk about this slide here. And let's talk about the Facebook, the YouTube, and the main page.
Okay, so that image is self-evident. Her website is ranking the first 2 spots. The next 2 are her videos, and the number 5 is her Facebook page.
And that's what's huge. That's huge, and that's what Hangout Millionaire does. It ranks because it utilizes Web 2.0 and all the social properties. It ranks your Facebook fan page. That's huge.
Yeah, she's getting more likes all the time purely through the search engines. But what's really cool about this story is, first of all, a month ago, she got a massive order from one of the biggest nightclubs here on the Gold Coast, and they placed an order for 80 of her dresses because they found her in Google. So that's incredible. What's even better is, and unfortunate, she's leaving our squash club because she's going back. She's bought a one-way air ticket to go to Europe. She's left her job as a legal secretary, and now she's traveling Europe. She leaves in about 2 weeks, I think. She bought a one-way ticket, and she's traveling with her laptop because now she can. She's not tied to being a legal secretary. Her website is making her tons of money, enough for her to travel indefinitely.
Does that sound good or what? She is truly living the internet lifestyle. This is an example. You showed her the way, she implemented, and now she's living her dream life. How good is that? It's
Absolutely.
Just unbelievable. So let's go through, and now let's take a peek. Now it's time to showcase our baby. Let's show your baby, your offspring, your firstborn son, Hangout Millionaire. Let's give it a go so they can see it.
Okay, I'm just loading it now.
Yep, we want to reveal it. It is time. So let's talk about the brains of Hangout Millionaire. And Peter, I'm going to let you talk about this. This is our first glimpse on the inside of Hangout Millionaire. So We're going to play this video right now.
Okay, so that's the software starting. There's no audio on this software, on this video. So you've got 3 options. Instagram. You can choose local photos from your hard drive or a video from your hard drive that you sourced. We're using Instagram for this. So that's using the House of Troy hashtag, and it's found that content straight away. So you can move the videos left or right or delete the inappropriate ones. Click Next and then select your profile. That's a House of Troy profile. Select an MP3. Enter your Google account, Tumblr account, and select private video network, etc. This is where you put your geolocation in. That button on the right, you can find your geolocation very easily. See all the tokens we're using there. Facebook link to the site. This is where you put all your keywords, and you can select. In this example, we're creating 1 video, but you can choose up to 15 videos per project at a time. So now we're logging into Hangouts. This is obviously sped up because I didn't want to waste everybody's time.
This all just runs in the background, Pete. That's what I love about it. Is it's just set and forget. Absolutely, you set it up and just go and do something else.
Yeah, so it's creating a Hangout now. Notice I'm not sitting in front of a webcam. It's using the screen share to broadcast the video that we used, and it does it awesome. There's 3 different options which we'll get into later. So that's the video that the software created. Now it's selecting that window to screen share. There you go. Now the software is doing it itself. I'm not touching anything. So it's broadcasting. That's a thumbnail that will go in the private video network that will be listed in Google, that will be pointing to her video in Google. That's some of the bandage dresses. There's my friend there. a little advertisement. So it's finished. I sped it up a little bit in editing, so we're not here all day. So now it's created the Google Hangout. That Hangout goes to your YouTube account. So we've got to update the YouTube account with the correct information from the software. So here we are. The title, description, tags, geolocation. There's a geolocation there.
Pete, it's important. It's important again to talk about while this is running. It's important for people to know that this is the software working. This is not you sitting here doing all this stuff. This is all happening in the background. So all of the video creation is done. The changing in YouTube is done. We can see it now doing Blogger. It's all happening in the background.
Absolutely. Now it's going to, it's updating it created a blog before, now it's going back to Blogger to update the Blogger, that blog with content and an embed of the Hangout, which is really important. And it's also adding the geolocation, and if you've got a business name, it will pop up and in the blog itself and send awesome links to your local listing. So now we're going to Tumblr, and the Tumblr account gets all a different variation, a different spin of the title, of the description, and it gets an embed in there. So you're getting an embed of your Hangout plus links back to the whatever's in the description and to the Hangout. Now this is the VCN. That's my private self-hosted video network, and at the end it supplies a beautiful PDF with 3 different anchor text variations back to your Hangout video, links to your website and whatever's in there. And what's important about that PDF is, of course, we can share that PDF on all the document sharing sites and get another tier of awesome, powerful links back to your Hangout video, back to your Blogger blog, back to your Tumblr, back, and then more tiered links back to the links in the description of your videos. So it's incredibly powerful stuff getting that PDF, which is perfect for ranking all those links.
So let's talk about the brains of Hangout Millionaire. And Peter, I'm going to let you talk about this. This is our first glimpse. Yep. So let's continue with who thinks they'll be better off with this solution, and ping Peter in the box if you believe this is going to improve your marketing. And I'm sure you want to know what your next move is. Okay. So I got to ask, who wants to get started with us and start making money right away? Just like the 4 people we showed you. I mean, it started off with Darren Stevens, who made $23,500 after using the techniques that we were able to implement, and that was a manual way. There was Moneyman Zach Jacobs, who is banking now today, you know, using the techniques, running computers, selling off leads. He has really been smart with his marketing. Then we've got Angela, who is the newbie, who is making money in the local market of Dallas. And then we also have the young lady out of the Gold Coast who's selling bandage dresses in market, and now she's able to live the internet lifestyle dream. And this is what we are talking about, what you can do. So let's go through the offer that we're going to make that's just special for loyal clients. This is the loyal client package we have put together today. And we have our complete toolbox to make your Hangouts a success. Okay, and inside that toolbox, you're going to have all the techniques, all the strategies that Peter has laid out, which is way beyond what VCP Video Curation Pro had in its resources box. And we're going to show you the repurposing resources guide of how to then take your Hangouts and send them out. Call it syndication, for those of you that may know the term. Repurposing, syndication, proliferation on the internet, giving you a huge footprint. That's and also we explain the video network that Peter has added that's way beyond what we had for Video Curation Pro. And here's the opportunity that is only available with a software developer that stands behind his product. We guide you through every step. It's called hand-holding. If you have any questions, we leave no stone unturned. We're there to walk you through the process from stem to stern, from the beginning, from A through Z, we are going to hold your hand. We'll guide you through every step. We want to ensure your success, and you get to talk. Well, we're going to show you some things that are offered only for this group in a moment, but you have a comprehensive training program, both via video training with Peter and PDFs that explain all of the intricacies of Hangout Millionaire. And here's the other thing that comes in. You have a private member-only Facebook, members-only Facebook group. Now, why is this valuable? Because this is a community that is unparalleled out there in the marketplace in anything that I've ever purchased, where people stay involved. I'm on there several times a day because people are updating, asking questions, showcasing their success, sharing their resources. That's what's so incredibly valuable, is the private group. When I talk to people, let's say even some of my own VAs that are implementing for me, so you have any questions, post it on the Facebook page because you're going to get the answers. And here's the other thing. The principal, Peter, is also commenting. He's not handing this off to somebody. He's in there commenting and making sure that you're successful. How valuable is that? And you get to ask your most pressing questions in the group. We're very supportive. You're family when you're involved with Peter. And I mean, that's why he's had the loyalty and the following of 6+ years of people that are still involved when you rolled out Evo. And you get to post about your Hangouts and skills. People have earned side business. Some people don't like to create videos. They'll have other people do it for them. You can post about that on our Facebook group. And you get to ask anything that you're looking for. We're there to help. And you get to cross-promote your businesses. How good is that? That's an additional benefit. And you get inside there our content repurposing resources guide. Now, here's what's available for the Video Curation Pro and past clients of Evo and the existing people, is you get 8 weeks of premium coaching. Now, we had our first call just yesterday. You're going to get that in a recorded fashion, but you get the subsequent 7 weeks. You're all part of that. So if you have any questions, we are there to support you. Peter's there to support you. We did this. We had a successful call of about an hour yesterday, answering questions that anything. The forum is open. Peter has never opened up and been completely live available before, but we have made that the case here. I encouraged him, twisted at his arm digitally, and he said, ouch, I want to do it. I want to help and give more valuable content to my clients. So that's 8 weeks of group coaching calls where you get to ask any questions you have beyond the training, anything that's special to you, and we're learning new things. Hand-holding to ensure your success. And examples will be high-level keyword research. Again, I keep belaboring this point for good reason. Without good keywords, you wouldn't be making money. Think of the example that I showed you earlier of Zach Jacobs, who's making in excess of $30,000 to $40,000 per month, hadn't selected the right keywords in his campaign. Why would anybody be paying him money? Because they're making money. And we're going to show you exactly the high-level techniques we use to make money with our sites, client sites, and you're going to learn that in the coaching program. And yes, they will be recorded. For those of you that can't make it because of a time change, a prior commitment, doesn't matter. You can get all that content. You can submit your questions to us in advance, and we'll offer the answers, and it'll be recorded in our coaching. So one of the other pieces we're offering is people oftentimes are stymied by writing copy. So there's a program that we support called Copy Sniper, which will take you just fill in the boxes and it'll spit out copy for you. And you get a glimpse of this program for 30 days. It's given to you to utilize. If you like it, you pay for it. If you don't, you give it back. But for those of you who are already great copywriters, hey, you might get a second opinion. But it's given to you for this group for free for 30 days to look at, and you can probably get all your content written and then you just cancel. No big deal. It's up to you to either renew or not, because it's given you for free as part of you being on this call. And you get an added bonus. There's a book that I co-authored with Peter the Drew. It's called Clients Forever, and this was the bonus that I incentivized with you at the beginning of the call. This is our ethical bribe. Now you get it. Everybody that's on this call, we will send it out to you. It's our PDF. It's $24.95 on Amazon, but if for you to stay on the call, it is free. It is our gift. The other thing I'm giving for all of his past clients, if you want to launch your business in a special way and create another video that can be repurposed, I am a professional interviewer. I will call you, we'll set up the time, send you a form, you fill it out, and we'll identify the gem, the unique piece in your business. We'll record it, and that'll make you, if you are overseas, it'll make you an internationally interviewed expert in your category. If you're in Australia, I'm an American, and you are now international. If you are in South Africa, you're international. If you're in America, I can be in California, you can be in New York. You are a nationally recognized expert. Get it? You get to be interviewed by a former syndicated CBS radio show host. It's additional content. Put it in your celebrity package. It is additional. It creates and I charge $1,000 for this if you just call me uniquely, and we are giving this away to your loyal clients on the call today. Now, let me go through what's included in the whole package. And this is special only to you folks. You get the Hangout Millionaire software. You get Peter's private video network, which is included. You get the Total Resource Toolbox, Copy Sniper Trial, 8 weeks of coaching, 4 Hangouts, recorded interview with me, which I'm eager to do for you and identify your gem. You get all of this, and here are the appropriate values associated with all of this. And Willie's group, it's Peter's group, it's $7,500 plus. Now, here is what you get. The normal price is $197 for HOM, Hangout Millionaire, plus $67 for VCP. Your price will be $97 per month. This saves you $167 per month, guaranteed. Click on this link, www.vcp.hangoutmillionaire.com. This is only available for this group at the special price where you get VCP and HOM included for that price of $97, because this is an expression, a proof, an appreciation of your past loyalty of Peter. Now, who thinks they'll be better off with this solution today? I have to ask.
Okay, let me cut in here. So, guys, this is what I've come up with. You get VCP and you get Hangout Millionaire, both programs, both with 2 licenses, so you can run each software on 2 computers. And you can run the 2 softwares at the same time on the same computer. So you get both of them for only $97 a month. I think this is probably the best deal I've done since I've been online. Why am I doing that? Because I've had people stick with me with VCP, and all my past people who have bought software, this is my opportunity to give back to everyone. 2 amazing software programs for only $97 a month. If you go to Hangout Millionaire right now, you'll see that that's $197 per month just for one product. VCP is $67 a month just for that one product. You're getting both of them. You're getting Hangout Millionaire for about $30 on top of the VCP price, which is, it's unbelievable. You can run both these programs at the same time on one computer, and if you've got a VA, your VA can run them both at the same time on one computer, which is phenomenal. It really is. The other point I'd like to make is, with Hangout Millionaire, when you create a profile, it saves that profile as a very small text file on your hard drive, which means that if you've got a VA, which most of my members do, you can send that little text file over to your VA. You can create the perfect profile in Hangout Millionaire, make sure it's working perfect, and then email or Skype that text file over to your VA, and then they will run that profile that you created over and over, and you don't have to do anything. Your VA both of these softwares come with 2 licenses for 2 computers. Additionally, just to make it clear, you can run Hangout Millionaire on your computer and have it running broadcasting videos, and you can also run VCP on the same computer at the same time, pumping out videos.
That's incredible. That's incredible to be able to do both of these, and plus with the value we've got here, you've got to get in on this. I mean, this is an offer only for your loyal clients, right, Pete?
Yes, and Gary's asking, can you add pre-recorded videos? Absolutely, you can. The software is that smart. You can put say 10 different videos in one folder, and every time Hangout Millionaire broadcasts a video to Google Hangouts, it will randomly select one of the videos in that folder, and once that video is completed, it will make broadcast another video, randomly select one of those videos on your folder that you've placed in that folder, and broadcast a different video, and it will spin that video as well. So you can create unlimited videos from your original video content, and different videos as well. So it's very powerful.
Yeah, I mean, Pete and I want to expand your potential so you eventually burst through it, and you're able to replicate the success of the people that we showcased here. And these are all fairly recent, within the last 3-4 months. People had this success, and
Absolutely.
we want to be able to support you. And wouldn't you like to be showcased as a testimonial on our site? Because we're not showcasing anybody unless it's real. These are real people that have had the success we wouldn't have had. Now, Ellen expressed her thanks to you by buying you a bottle of port, right? You Aussies love that port stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we had that picture of her giving you, which was a very nice gesture, and you wouldn't have been given this by a young, beautiful woman if you hadn't created the results for her and shown her the way. Who wants to be able to have the same type of success that our people did? Who'd like to make the money that Zach Jacobs makes? Who's like to make the money that Ellen is making today? That Angela Langlotz is making today? That success.
Absolutely, and I'll just quickly answer some questions that are popping up in the chat. Can I use to rank Amazon and eBay listings? Absolutely. If you've got those listings on your website, you can get listings through rankings through two ways. One's through the links in the videos pointing to your website, but also getting your actual website to rank for those terms that you want to list that are the product names of your eBay or Amazon products. And what is a VA? A VA is a virtual assistant. What's another one? How do we find out if we qualify for the bonus interview? If you purchase the software, you're automatically qualified.
And I'm eager to do that to help support you people, because that can be turned into a video, into a Hangout. We can do a Hangout and repurpose it and get you ranked for it.
There was another one saying, do I have an example of using existing video content that's run through the software? That's what the Alex Mendozian videos were. That I used an existing video on my hard drive for that, and also for Ruth's listings. Yes. That was an existing video. So if you scroll back, you'll see those listings.
Yep.
It's very. Steve says, how safe is it? Steve, the beauty of the software, you're not just getting the software, you're getting years and years of experience put into the PDFs, which show you how to create perfect Google accounts that stick and will not be terminated. Okay. Sorry, Mitch, continue.
No, I was going to say that if there are any more questions, mark them, put them in the chat box. Peter loves to answer questions. This is his baby. He's the genius behind this. I'm here to support, and who thinks they'll be better off with this solution today? Can you see the payoff of this process? The proof has been clearly laid out in front of you. We've shown you several examples, and who's in? Who's ready to get started? Now, Napoleon Hill, who's one of my favorite authors, he wrote the book Think and Grow Rich. He detailed the tenets, the characteristics, the common denominator of the successful people at the turn of the century. One of the key differentiators, one of the elements, there are people that put their pants on one leg at a time just like the rest of us, but the key differences of the successful people are action takers. Who's an action taker? Everybody on the call was an action taker today because they're on the call. They're in this Hangout. You too can have the same success. If you're already successful with VCP and you want more success, Hangout Millionaire will elevate you to the next level. And Napoleon Hill have replicated this success on his own. He was able to profile the people that were successful, the action takers, people that didn't ponder too long, didn't sit on the fence. When they saw an outstanding opportunity, they leaped on it. Are you leaping on this opportunity today? Yes or yes, of course you are, because you saw the proof laid out in front of you. This is going to take you to where you want to go. This is your ticket. And it has worked for all four people who followed the process. You know, some of it we did it for them because they didn't know how to use it. They're doing it on their own today. The man, I mean, Zach Jacobs is a prime example. He's living the dream, living in Chiang Mai, Thailand, traveling around, doing as he wishes with clients in Australia. You can do that. That's the beauty of the business. Here we got an Australian, this Ellen Trokovich, who's now going back to Europe to live on a one-way ticket. She's banking dough. She doesn't have to have a boss anymore. Do you want a boss? No. Do you want a job just over broke? No. You want to do this on your own. I mean, does it sound good to be able to live the lifestyle that you want using these techniques? Or if you're already happy in your job and this is a side income, why not make more money? Aren't we people who want more? More time, more freedom, more success, more ability to do that which you dream about. Click on the link, vcp.hangoutmillionaire.com. Do it now. This is time. Action is now. You're on this. This is a one-time offer. Go to the site if you want to see. If you want to pay full price and think about it, come back in a few days. Pay $197 a month. If you're a VCP member, you get both for $97 a month. Can't get better than that. If you have any more questions, add them into the box. We're here to help. You do get the 8 weeks of coaching. The first one was done yesterday. We'll send you the replay so you can be part of the success. We want to help you and support you every step of the way. The PDFs are there. The video trainings are there. Peter is there in live format. Next week, we are going through keyword research in depth. This is going to be a two-part series because it's so important. We're going to show you the solutions that we use, how you make money. We might even invite in Zach Jacobs. Who would like to meet Zach? Zach has got a booming voice, louder than mine. He's a fellow American, and he loves to share with people who take action. If you want to join and be successful with somebody like him, somebody like Angela, somebody like you saw Darren Stevens out of Melbourne, Australia, any of these people are successful. They are there to help, just like you want to help others, and we're helping you to become successful. So click on the link, join in, be part of this, follow the plan, be part of what Napoleon Hill profiled an action taker. If you are an action taker, you too can make money. Any other comments, Peter? Any other questions that are in the box before people are part of our tribe?
I got the question from Vito. Any OTOs? Absolutely not. You get
this is not the Warrior Forum.
Absolutely. This isn't some dodgy WSO products. You get 8 months of development. It's cost me nearly $250,000 to develop this software to get to this stage. And so, no, there's no OTOs. You get everything you need to be successful, to get the same results that we've presented in this webinar. You can get from exactly what we're offering now, $97 a month.
Well, here's the one thing that you can do as an option when inside the system is the Web 2.0 properties.
Sorry, just at Kelvin. Absolutely, Kelvin, then you can get it for $97.
Yeah. And Peter, talk about if they want to have the account set up, that is available, but there, of course, that's an opportunity to have some VAs do the work for you to get it set up in the beginning.
Yep. And also at Mosh, we agree. Yes, the tags are awesome. The tags that we use in the software reflect what is in YouTube right now. Tags working perfect. Also, we didn't really touch on the geolocations. There were a lot of questions zipping past me in the chat about local, and this software is perfect for local. What the software does, it creates a video. As a part of the profile setup, there's one button on the software. You click on that, enter the address or location that you want your videos and websites to rank in. It gives you the longitude and latitude. You copy and paste that into the software. Then it creates the video. It updates the longs and lats in YouTube, but also in Blogger. The software creates a brand new blog for this project that you're running, embeds the video, puts your description, content in the blog as well, plus your links, and then it updates the geolocation for Blogger blog as well. So it's incredibly powerful for local listings. You're welcome, Mosh. Thanks, Dean. It's good to see you. Look forward to seeing you in the group.
Any more questions? If you're on the fence, jump on. Jump in. We want you part of the family to be interacting, and maybe we can showcase you in our next presentation or on the website. We want testimonials that are earned. These aren't Fiverr testimonials. These are real people that have embraced our techniques and have had the success.
Cool. We've got lots of sales coming in, lots of people saying they're in and they've ordered in the chat, and plus Max is telling me we've got a whole bunch of sales coming in, so I think we did a good job today, Mitch.
I think we did, because we've shown the value. I mean, that's the bottom line. The value is there, they get it, and these are loyal clients that know that you stand behind your product and the service is unparalleled. And that's what my complaining staff in the Philippines usually complains, and they are raving about the service they've had from your support.
Okay, now it's one important point that you and I both missed, and we both need to slap each other, and that is that this price, I can only, look, I've gone really over the top in providing value and a really low cost, but I can only do that for the next 3 days.
Yep.
So this price is on offer for 3 days, and then Hangout Millionaire goes back up to $197 on the main site, and this offer will be gone for good. So you've got, now is the time to get it. You've only got 3 days to organize and get it organized.
Yeah, but we want them to join now so they can join on our next call. It's like, why wait 3 days? Let's
Absolutely.
jump in now. Yeah, I mean, for some of the people who couldn't make it, they may be part of the replay and jump in, but, you know, take advantage of this now. Why wait? If you saw the value on this call, and many people, the action takers, saw the value. They saw the proof. Time to jump in is now. Let's not wait. Let's jump in. Yeah, it's going to be there for 3 days. That's for the people on the replay, because this is an inconsistent time zone, or they had a prior commitment, and they are going to get rewarded the same way because they've been in support of Peter and Brute Force. But we're here, folks, if you snooze, you'll lose. Its time is now. Get on now. If you saw the value, how it's going to change your business, just like you saw Darren's life improve. He added value. He was already successful. You saw the difference it made for Zach Jacobs. You saw the difference it improved for Angela Langlotz. You saw the difference that it's making for the young lady Ellen out of Australia, that's able to now go and on a one-way ticket to Europe. I mean, you don't necessarily have the same dream, but she is now able to live her dream in a short period of time because of the money she's making. She set it, forgot it, and is now having everything run for her and collecting PayPal payments. How outstanding is that? And I mean, Peter, are you okay? Now, I volunteered Zach.
Just hang on a sec there. I'm getting a lot of people asking in the chat, how do I order? So it's vcp.hangoutmillionaire.com, because maybe some people aren't getting the links that I'm putting in the chat. So to order it, it's www.vcp.hangoutmillionaire.com.
Do you see that slide? Are you still seeing the?
Yep, I can see the slide. Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
Yeah, it's right there. It's the blue link. If you click on, if you just copy paste that, and you're good to go.
Does this work for multiple YouTube accounts? Absolutely. I've got about 15 different profiles in my software using 10 different YouTube accounts. Absolutely.
Yeah, what I was mentioning about our call, I think it might be a good idea if Zach's available or someone else, we can show the real person, and that it was behind the video. What do you think of that, Pete?
I think it's a good idea, but I don't think we have a credibility issue with all the people here, because people have known me for a long time.
Yeah.
I think they just need to get stuck into the software and do it, and if they've got any questions whatsoever, ask them in the Facebook group, which when people order the software, you go to PayPal, then it redirects you to a download page. And That's where you download the software. Also, you will get a confirmation from Aweber, and once you've confirmed that email, you will get the first automatic reply, which has got all your download information, login information, etc., etc.
Okay, that's great. So all they need to do is click on the link vcp.hangoutmillionaire.com, and they're good to go.
Absolutely.
Okay, and people are coming in. I mean, I notice we still have some people on the call. Folks, this is the presentation. You're going to learn a lot more when you join us. If you're already part of the family, great. We're glad that you're here. If you've already jumped in, super. Download the software. Let's get started. We welcome you for our training calls that are coming up. We want to see you on the Facebook group, on our fan page, and be involved in our community, in our family. You're part of it. We want to support you, help you through the process. And as you know, if you have any service issues, any installation issues, you're going to be able to get the help through the ticket system where people get back to you promptly. And we guarantee that this system will work if you follow the steps just like the others have followed. I mean, you know, and I love the story about Angela Langlotz, Peter, where you did the same thing she did and the pupil exceeded you. I mean, there's nothing more exciting than seeing one of your students have the success, but it's comical. I mean, she was able to outrank you by one position. I mean, there's got to be a smiling pride in there to be able to see that. And I mean, she was an action taker. She needed to make money, and to get ranked and to sell those leads with money keyword phrases. And I'm looking forward to explaining money keyword phrases in our training to our members when we get into the keywords, because that's the critical part, as we know. It's like
okay, just let me interrupt there. A couple of people saying that it's not redirecting to the download page, so just go to hangoutmillionaire.com/download.html and you'll get it there. Or go to our support, or go to our group, which is a Facebook group, and it's just called Hangout Millionaire. Once you've ordered, we will grant you access to there. So if you didn't get the redirection, it's hangoutmillionaire.com/download.html, and you can download and get going there.
And then for the link to invest with us today, it's www.vcp.hangoutmillionaire.com. MILLIONAIRE.com. Sometimes people misspell millionaire.
Hi, Terry. Just put in, Terry, in your address bar, put www.vcp.hangoutmillionaire, and it will load straight for you. You don't need to put it in Google. In fact, I've blocked it from Google so it doesn't get indexed, because this offer is only for my existing and previous customers.
Special deal for special people.
Yep. Will the software work on a VPS? Yes, absolutely. I don't have time to go into the minimum requirements now, but we've got lots of people using using the software on different VPS setups. The best thing is to ask in the group, so you can find people who are using virtual private machines, and get advice from them in the group. But definitely yes. We've got one guy who has only got dial-up at home, so he uses the software from a VPS, and he dials into that machine and runs the software online, and it works perfect. So once again, it's vcp.hangoutmillionaire.com. Just put that straight in your browser. And if you have an issue with the redirection, it's hangoutmillionaire.com/download.html. Mate, I think we're pretty much done.
Well, then good. Well, this has been fantastic this morning. I think we were able to reveal some great points, and it worked really well. And we were on the hour except for the questions, so we were able to finish the whole presentation in an hour, and I think we were able to showcase the value of getting involved. And if anybody is still on the call with us, great, thank you. Welcome aboard, and look forward to being able to meet you all on our live Hangouts where you're able to showcase this, and welcome on the team.
Thanks, everyone. I'll see you in the group. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.